Unit 7. Listening, Part 4. Exercise 1. 1. Two. Three.
So, you wanna hang with the right one, tight one, the 2020 sight one. I'm getting a vision that we ain't gon' fight none. I'm getting a vision, we got a long night, huh?
4. Five. Six. Seven. Eight. 9. 7. Listening, Part 4. Exercise 4. Speaker 1.
I've been involved in traditional music for about 15 years. In fact, ever since I was a kid. My father was very well known around here as a singer of the old songs. He sang at family gatherings and played in a local dance band. Before that, my grandfather was a genuine traditional singer who had a whole repertoire of family songs that had been passed down from generation to generation. They were all neatly handwritten in a notebook. I'm proud to say I continue to sing some of the family songs, but not just in our village. I've travelled all over the world and played in front of audiences of thousands.
Speaker 2.
I used to think tango is something only people of my parents' generation did, but then I went to a concert by the Gotan Project in London, and I couldn't believe how exciting tango could be. For a start, the music was incredible, as well as the kind of instruments I was familiar with, violins, guitars and piano. They used a bandoneon. That's a sort of large, square-shaped accordion. But they also used electronic music, samples and beats. The rhythm was so infectious that some of the audience got up and bopped about, whether they could tango or not. Since then, I've joined a class and learned some of the basic moves. It's very exciting.
Speaker 3.
I'd be completely lost without my iPod, so I say thanks to whoever came up with the idea. I have it with me nearly all the time, whether I'm commuting to work, exercising at the local gym, trying to drown out some noise, or just chilling. I've got over 7,000 songs on mine, most of them downloads from the internet. Some whole albums, but mostly individual tracks. I listen mainly to rock music, but I quite like jazz, and I even play classical stuff if I'm stressed. Mozart and other classical composers can be very relaxing if you're sitting on a crowded train or waiting at the dentist's or whatever.
Speaker 4.
I'm hoping to start a jazz band with a friend I studied music at university with. I play percussion and Ed plays trombone, but our main interest is writing music. The band will have parts for 17 players. One of the difficulties is that most of the musicians we're approaching already play in other groups, so they won't be available all the time. We're planning to make a recording, but the logistics are a nightmare. Rehearsals and recording would be tricky, getting so many people into a studio at the same time. At the moment, it's just something we're looking into, but we're hoping it will become a reality sometime in the next year or so.
Speaker 5.
I've just come back from WOMAD in Singapore. It was awesome. I went with a few friends and we got in for free because we were in the stage crew. We had to carry loads of stuff from one place to the next, but we still had time to get into the music. We got to talk to quite a lot of the acts. We got signatures and photos. It was a great experience, especially when the artists thank you for doing such a good job. I'd never heard of lots of the bands and singers before, but I'll be trying to catch them live whenever I can, until I go again next year.
Unit 7. Speaking, Part 4. Exercise 3. Extract 1.
No, not at all. I think it's really important for people who are going to be spending time together to get to know each other properly as quickly as possible. I don't have any experience of these activities myself, but I imagine if they're well thought out, they can be very worthwhile for the people who go on them, as well as for any clubs and organizations they belong to. There are probably a few individuals who can't see the point of them, and ironically, these may be the people who most need these activities, but I'd say the majority find them enjoyable and useful.
What do you think, Marta?
Well, I think I'd benefit from them personally, but not everyone would be comfortable with activities like these, and I don't think they should be forced to take part if they don't want to.
Extract 2.
I'd say it's easy for individuals to feel a bit lost in a large club, especially when they first join, and particularly if they don't already know anyone who belongs. In this situation, team-building activities provide opportunities for people to get to know each other better, more effectively than simply leaving things to chance, so that when they start joining in club activities, they feel more comfortable. That's not likely to be such a problem for members of smaller clubs, where everyone gets to know everyone else quite quickly.
Do you agree, Laura?
Yes, I do. I think in smaller organizations, people tend to get together socially and maybe don't need things organized for them.